Test, 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 test. Test, test. Can you guys hear me in the stream? Test, 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 test. Great, so we've got VR, Platypus, and we've got Martin with us as well so far. Thanks for joining, guys. You excited for today's race? I definitely am. This is one of my favourite tracks in my entire racing career. I've actually been to this track and raced around it on a motorcycle a few times, actually, on the shorter version. I love it. It's bumpy in the right places, it's elevated in the right places, it's downhill in the right places. Everything about this track is fantastic, and I think everyone is super hyped about this track as well that's racing today. So whilst we are waiting for this race to start, let's quickly just go over the driver standings in Gran Turismo Sport. Now, last week we saw Castle make an amazing comeback and take a top spot for the Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab team in race 2, I believe it was, and he is now in race 1 racing with the fastest of us, Shane, Broomer, Tomic. Castle's actually in fourth place, which is amazing to say. He's only raced 2 races or something like that, I think, and he's finished top in both. I can't remember now, but he's done a fantastic job. So the standings so far are Shane in first place, Broomer in second, Atomic in third, Castle in fourth, and Leaker in 5th place. And the points from first down to 5th, first place is 96 and 5th place is 50, 4th is 52 and 3rd is 56, 2nd place Broomer is 67, but somehow Shane has managed to get 96 points already. It's absolutely amazing. Moving a bit further down the field, in 6th place down to 10th, we've got Iceman Kimmy in 6th, Scotty in 7th, Mary in 8th, Tom in 9th, and Havoc all the way down in 10th place. Now, going down from 11 all the way to 24, I'll read these off as quick as I can. We've got Bagpuss, Pitch Black, Maximus, Astro, Shador, Platypus, Bounty, YBN Steven, GNL Jens, Vilsek, Markov, Jan, Fifi, and Martin. Now, Shane has actually won 3 of the 4 races so far, coming second in Monza, Italy, I think it was. Bruma has also won 2 of his 3 races that he's done so far. So congratulations. His lowest position is 3rd. We've also got a fastest lap and a race win by Lika in the first race of the season. He got 26 points for that, so well done. And Castle obviously picked up his first win last week as well, getting 25 points for that too. I think he was going to get the fastest lap. He would have got that extra point, but he decided to abandon it to see if Vilsek could get it at the end. But yeah, we're just warming up. We've got a very interesting driver standings, very interesting lineup in this race as well. So in this race, we are going to have, let me just jump to the Discord page. We're going to have Kranker starting first, Markov in second, Jens in third. Then we've got Bounty, Bagpuss, King Reaper, that's Pitch Black, Mary, Scotty, Mika, and Lika all the way down to 10th place. Then we've got Castle, Atomic, Bruma, and Shane making up the final 4 places. So it's going to be a hell of a fight today. Cannot wait to see Castle fighting with these guys up front. Interesting that Jan isn't actually in this race. He's very fast, but he missed the first 3 races, so he's still in the second race because we do it based on reverse driver standings. But hopefully in the next few races he will be back up into race 1 and we can see what his true pace is when he's going against the best and brightest of our drivers here in OFR. Now, just quickly going to jump to the driver standings. I've got a message from Lex. Hopefully Lex will be joining us. Let's have a look if he's going to... I'm going to invite him to the party quickly. Apologies, I'm just going to go to the PS menu. Sorry about that, guys. So I'm just going to quickly jump to the driver standings again. The team standings, sorry. I'm getting my words mixed up. And let's just see what they're looking like. So we have got Team Default, that's Shane's team where he's team captain, in first place with 194 points. But in second, closing them down, in fact, reducing that gap last week, is Tag Her Phoenix Race Lab. That's Jan's team with 168 points. In third place, we've got Spinorama Petronas Racing with 157. In fourth, we've got the Golden Arrows a bit further down the field with 113 points, but just 1 point behind them. In fifth place is the team of Bach and Calls. That's Bagpuss's team with 112 points. And then taking up the last 2 spots for 6th and 7th for the team standings is BWT Racing Point Porsche GT3 team with 47, and GNL, that's German Nation League Porsche GT, with just 22 points. Hopefully they can get some more points today. Let's hope they've joined. We've got Jens in, so Jens is going to be racing for GNL. Lex, I'm getting a little bit of an echo, I think, if you join the party.
Okay.
And we've got the race starting as well now, so we're about to go.
My check?
I'll check the stream, give me a second.
Okay. Testing.
Yeah, that sounds okay.
Okay. Looks like GNL Gems just left the room. I don't know if he lagged out or something.
So we're racing today in Brands Hatch, for those of you that are just joining us now. It's a very interesting circuit. It's only got 9 corners on it, but there's a very long straight, and a lot of these corners take place in huge elevation changes. A lot of them are really tricky to do, a lot of them are really fun to do as well, and it's going to be an amazing race. So here we go, we are lining up on the grid now. This is round 5 at Brands Hatch. This is the first race, the first heat that's going to take place. The next one is going to take place in around 1 hour's time. We've got 12 drivers on the grid, so only 2 drivers missing today. Let's hope they're okay, and let's hope they can make it next time. Jens unfortunately didn't get a spot. That's a shame, but we are going to be racing now. Let's wait for these engines to light up. 32. They're doing 32 laps. 32. Very long race.
Yeah. I was thinking so because this is a pretty short track.
Oh no, we've got Markov not moving away and some drivers hitting him. Super Bounty manages to get away pretty well though. We've got, I think, a Spinorama behind, getting caught behind Markov. That's unlucky. That's very unlucky. But Bounty's got away, and we've got 2 Golden Arrows chasing each other down now with Pitch Black and Scotty. Real shame for Markov, but we're going to have to continue with this race now. Super Bounty coming into turn 4 already. And Oh, turn 3, sorry. He's coming up to turn 4 now. Now, this is one of the trickiest corners, what we've been hearing through the driver's practice all week. It's a really hard trail-breaking corner where you need to carry that brake all the way through and get on the throttle after the apex. But he's got away well, so I'm going to jump down to these golden arrows to see how they're battling now, because we've got 4th place. We've got Leaker behind these two, and he's going to pounce on these two soon if they don't get their act together. No team orders, I don't think. Max isn't in this race. He's the team captain at the golden arrows. We've got Leica looking down the inside already and pushing Pitch Black slightly wide, but I think he managed to keep it clean there, and Leica's actually jumped ahead, and he's now up to 3rd place. Now I'm going to look at Broomer, because Pitch Black is right on the rear of Broomer's default car right now as well. Let's hope they can keep it clean as they're coming through turn 7 now, running up to turn 8. They are still in a big train. They have still kept their positions. Bounty's still in 1st, Scotty's in 2nd, and Leaker is in 3rd. But Broomer is looking at Leaker now, and Broomer may actually overtake him before they get to the 1st lap end. Let's see if he can do it. He's right behind now. It looks like he's carrying far more speed as well. He's in his toe. He's in his toe. I don't think he's going to get him. He's not. He's broke a little bit earlier there as they turn into turn 1. And here comes the big downhill all the way up to turn 2, coming uphill just at the end there, up at the crest, and then it's downhill again as soon as they get out of the hairpin at turn 2. Broomer is right on the rear of Leaker's car. He's getting really scruffy outside of turn 2 there, but he's going to have to follow all the way through 3. Let's see if he can sneak down the inside of 4. It's a really difficult place to overtake, but he might just be able to do it. He's looking. No, he's not. He's going to leave that alone. Now, is there anything going on a bit further down, Lex?
So looking at the bottom of the pack, from last place P11. Oh, I think there's a battle at P6.
Yeah, I can see it. He's Atomic's looked down the inside. He's pushed him wide. Oof! Iceman's gone super wide there. It was Pitch Black. Sorry. Oh no, he's not going to be happy with that. I can imagine there's going to be an incident report coming in soon, but he is definitely not going to be happy there. They're just going through turn 7 now. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I see Shane is chasing Iceman, and Iceman is chasing Atomic.
Yeah, Shane's finding himself in a Phoenix Race Lab sandwich right now. Jan, are you happy with this, that you're slowing down the championship leader? Love to know your thoughts here.
But Castle is our last weekend's race winner.
Yes, he is, that's right. And he's racing in the first race now.
Yeah, he's currently in P8, not doing too bad. Hence behind Shane.
So, they're just coming up to the hairpin at turn 2 now. We've got Atomic and Leaker next to each other now. I'm going to obviously bring you some drama, because this is actually what I've just heard less than 20 minutes ago. There is more drama in Spinner Drama as we see Iceman ram up the backside of, the rear of Atomic there. Needs to be careful here. He rams him at the back, and he pushes him wide slightly, but Atomic's managed to get it back, and he is still chasing his team right now. Now, I'm going to jump to Atomic, because there is some drama that we need to let you know of. This is not made up drama, this is real. Atomic is not happy in Spinner Drama right now with Team Captain, and these two, as you can see right now, are battling hard on track. They had a bit of a scuffle before the race, and I think Atomic's going to make a move as soon as he sees the opportunity. Spinnerama could be in trouble if these guys don't keep their head cool here.
Let's see if Bossman like it, keep the lid on things over there at Spinnerama.
Let's hope he can. Let's hope he can.
Alright, so what's going on now? Looking at the back of the pack again. Any battling going on? P8, 7, 6.
So Broomer actually jumped Leaker.
Oh shoot, I didn't even see that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and that's why Atomic's actually battling Leaker now. Leaker doesn't look too well. He doesn't look incredibly fast around here actually, because he's not getting away from Atomic particularly quickly, but Broomer is getting away from him. We've got a bit of a battle going on between Shane and Iceman now.
Okay.
Shane looking down the inside. He's still stuck in this sandwich. He's not going to be happy, as we've got Castle looking down the inside of him as they go through 3. Castle's gone deep. He's gone too deep there, and he's gone really wide at turn 3. Let's hope he can get it back and catch up to the back of Shane in the default car there. Oh, this is not looking good so far. Atomic is flashing the lights behind Leaker as well, trying to get him to move out of the way. I'm telling you, they're going to come to blows. It is not looking healthy in Spinnerama at all.
Yeah, I think it's likely that they're going to run each other off the track right now.
Let's hope they can both keep their heads cool. Atomic is just 2 tenths behind Leaker, and jumping up to Leaker right now. A little bit more tyre wear, I think. He's nearly 2 seconds behind Broomer now, so he's managed to get away. So I'm going to jump up to third because Bruma is right on the back of Scotty. So that's the default car of Bruma, the golden arrows of Scotty. Scotty's a very quick driver and he's managed to keep second place in the driver's standings at bay in a minute. But here comes Bruma down the inside as they go through the main straight, slightly uphill into turn one. Can he brake a bit later? He's got the inside line. He's going to keep it. Scotty's not giving up there. He's braking a little bit late too. But oh, Bruma slides round and manages to gain that position into turn two. Well done, Bruma. What a move.
Oh, yeah. Looks like in for an interesting 32 laps. Like they're still in front of Atomic. Atomic is still chasing. It looks like, yeah, from P4 to P. Oh no, there's a little bit of a gap between P7 and P. So yeah, from P4 to P7, they're all pretty much bunched up.
That's great to hear. So, we're going to give a shout out to VR, Platypus, Martin, Jan, Fifi, Joseph Mariani, I'm not sure who you are, and we've also got Classic F2, again not sure who that is, in the chat right now. Classic's asking if there was no practice start. No, there was a practice start, and that takes place 15 minutes before the lobby starts. So if anyone missed the practice start, that's their own fault, unfortunately. We did lose one driver on the grid, that was Markov, which is a shame because I think he was here for the practice start, but yeah, this is a bug in the GT Sport League game, and it's not great. But we're going to get back to racing because Atomic is now in the tow as they're going uphill on camber turn, into the main straight. Here they come up to turn one. Leaker has now managed to catch up to the back of Scotty as Bruma overtook Scotty and is allowed to escape. So Leaker is going to get slowed down by Scotty if he can't get an overtake done anytime soon, and that's going to help Atomic stick to the back of him. Atomic is... oh, he's so close behind him now, actually. He's peeking down the inside, but he's not going to do it yet as they go through turn 3. Can he do anything on the run up to turn 4? I do not think so. Let's jump to his onboard and see. We're on Leica right now. Let's jump to Atomic. You can see how close Atomic is behind him right now, looking a bit scruffy as they go uphill in that trail braking zone at turn 4. And powers on. He's in the tow, but he's just not got the speed to overtake him right now. And I'm not also sure... oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm looking at Leica's tire wear.
Oh, sorry. Atomic just went straight into the back of Leaker as Leaker was drifting all the way through turn 5.
Well, just unlucky. At, the tire wear comparison, and it seems like Leica's having a better time managing his tires. He even has better tire wear than
Bounty spun. Really sorry to interrupt you there, but Bounty has spun. Let's see if I can catch that on the replay. Jumping to Bounty now, I think he's in 8th place. Where is he? Oh, he was in 1st. Let's have a look. So he's just come out of turn 7, hit the grass, and then come off. He was in the lead, and now he's all the way down in 8th place, and that's going to allow Bruma to run away. Now, where is Shane? Because I expected Shane to be a bit higher up at this point, but I can't see him.
He's in P5.
He's in P5, okay.
Oh, Atomic took Leica. Oh,
he has, but Leaker's gone back down the inside in 2. But now Shane's going to be fighting these two as well. So now if Shane can get ahead of these two, Spinorama has made a mistake here. Atomic going down the inside of Leaker. Oh my goodness, he's not going to be happy with this. These two are racing each other too hard as they go up to turn 4. And Atomic has taken the lead. Atomic has overtaken his team captain.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Oh no. Oh no.
At least they haven't passed each other so. I mean, if this is to the limit that they're gonna push it on, so be it. They better walk a fine line because.
Yeah.
You know,
you're right.
That's what they're doing right now.
So, all the way from 5 all the way to 8, I don't think is any place to overtake. But I'm not concerned about Atomic right now. I'm more concerned with Leaker because Shane is less than 3 tenths behind him. He's closed that down to less than 2 tenths now. He's 1.5 tenths behind as they are coming through turn 8 right now. This is a place where you can overtake running up to the final corner. Let's see if they can do it. Look at that. Atomic is just pulled away by a second. They were engaged with a battle that they shouldn't have been in. Leaker's in the pits. Leaker's in, and Shane's in too.
Ooh.
So he's gonna try and do the undercut on Atomic here. Let's see if he can do it. Bounty's in the pits. Yeah, unlucky Fifi. It must be so heartbreaking to see your teammate running in first and then spinning, and he's all the way down in 8th place. Real shame for him. But we haven't seen much of the Bokken calls today either. Let's look up and see where Bagpuss is right now. He's having a pretty steady race in 8th place.
I think he's 10 seconds behind Leica.
He is, and Leica's pitted. Now, he hasn't pitted either, and he's 30 seconds off the race lead at the moment. Not a great race for Bock and Calls. Going to jump to Mary as well. Mary's 34 seconds off the race lead. I'm not sure if they're maybe going for a longer strategy, something like that. Maybe they're going for a 3-stop instead of a 4. They could be doing something. They're on the super soft now, though, so they'll probably be doing the same stint as everyone else on their first stint, at least. Really not sure what's happening there, but I'm going to jump to Atomic right now, who's in second, to see if he's coming into the pits. So he's just come round turn 7. He's approaching turn 8 now. Another beautiful on-camber turn there. You can really get your car rotated nice and early there. Here he comes up to the last corner. He's coming around it now, and let's see if he dives into the pits. He is. He's in the pit lane.
Yep.
So, Bruma and Atomic pit. Bruma from the lead, Atomic from second. Let's see where Leica is. Can you check where Leica is?
Well. Leica is currently in P7. He is 3 seconds behind.
Leica jumped him.
He just jumped in P4 now.
Oh, Leica's got ahead. Oh no, there he is! Oh, Atomic's come out ahead! Oh, that was close. Atomic managed to keep his cool and get out of that pit lane exactly when he needed to. Leica's not going to be happy with this. Not at all.
Yeah. Fun fact, Ruma's the fastest lap of the day with a 1:23.2.
Oh, nice. That's a decent lap time, bearing in mind it's only 9 laps.
So as well.
It is. So, just gone through turn 4, coming up the middle straight right now. It's a really fun part of the track. It's like a roller coaster because it goes up, down, up, down, and it's a lot of following, gaining speed, then losing some as you're going uphill. It's a really great part of the track there. But Leica's dropping back on Atomic, actually. I don't think he's going to be able to challenge anytime soon. So I'm going to jump up to second and third, because we've got now Bruma and Shane battling. Shane looks a little bit quicker, and he's right on the rear of his teammate right now. Both of them in the default car.
Let's see how these two handle race pace with one another compared to Leica and Atomic. Ooh, Scotty just drove off. He's off the track.
Oh, Max is not going to be impressed with that. No, he's look at that, and he's down in third. He hasn't pitted yet either.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not good. Both heartbreak at BWT and the Golden Arrows today. So I've got some news from Platypus. So because Markov couldn't get off from the line, Mary hit him and got engine damage. Then Castle took Bagpuss out a minute later. I think this was all caused by the stuck car on the grid. That is a shame. That is a very big shame. Yeah, that's why Bock and Calls are so far back, I think. So Bruma's still in first. He's still managing to keep his teammate behind him. There is a bit of a gap breaking out along the field now, as you can see from the minimap in the top right.
Yep.
VR's saying, Scotty, yeah, it's such a shame. Is Scotty actually come into the pitch yet, or is he still out?
Scotty's still on the same tires, and he's about a quarter tank of fuel.
Ah, so he must be coming in now.
So he shouldn't be looking for fuel.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave the top 2 for now. That's both of the default boys, because it looks like they're going to keep position for a while. I am going to jump all the way down to 6th place, though, because this battle between 6th, 5th, and 4th is about to kick off, because Scotty dropped all the way back. He is now separating the Spinnoramas of Atomic and Leica, and now Iceman is getting an opportunity to overtake Leica as Scotty comes into the pit. So he's finally pitted, and here comes Iceman on Leica. Let's see if he can make a move on him.
Yeah.
So not into turn 1, definitely not into turn 1, but if he can keep the downforce and keep within half a tenth, he may be able to get him after turn 4, but it's going to be tricky to do that. He's looking down the inside at 2, he's having a peek, maybe he's just trying to put Leica off because he didn't break any later than he usually was, so you think he's just trying to play mental games. He's looking down the inside at 3, he's come into contact with each other, they're going side by side, and he's got the inside line. Let's see if he can keep it into 4. It looks like he can. He's got the line. He's got the line. He's keeping it as they go uphill. And he's got the overtake done.
Good job.
Iceman Kimmy. Where did that come from? Wow, that was a good overtake.
On that last overtake. Oh my gosh.
Wow, that was impressive. Very impressive. That reminds me of
very
Vilsec. That reminds me of Vilsec in Monza when he kept going down the inside at the Parabolica, a place where you wouldn't expect anyone to overtake and then keep the lead, but he did. Well done. And now Leaker's 2 places behind. Oh no, he's only 1 place behind because Scotty pitted. But look how far Atomic is getting away. He's 5 seconds ahead of Leaker now.
Wow, yeah. Fine.
Yeah, I
7 seconds behind Leaker, so everybody's basically kind of gapped now, or spaced out, I should say.
Mm-hmm. So, in terms of overtake of the season, Jan, if you're listening, because you like to save all of these funny parts of videos that we stream, make sure you save that one, because that was an overtake that took place in 3 corners. Effectively, it was 2, 3, and 4. That is definitely one for the record books. There, it was so nice to see.
Right. I'm still impressed that he did that without causing any contact.
Yeah, both of them kept it so clean. Yeah. It was so nice to see.
That was very good.
Right, I'm going to jump down. I think it's 8th and... No, it's not. It's 9th and 10th. We've got a bit of a battle going on now between Pitch Black and Bagpuss for 10th place. 9th place, sorry. Bagpuss is in 10th. Pitch Black is in 9th. It looks like Bagpuss is a bit more in control of his car right now. He's braking later. He's managed to close the gaps in the corners and maintain that reduced gap coming out of the corners too. They're just coming up to turn 4 now. Bagpuss takes a far better line on the inside there. He gets on the throttle early and he's about to pounce. He's less than 2 tenths behind now. Let's see if he can do it. So he's going downhill and then it's going to go uphill again as they approach turn 5. He's looking, but Pitch Black is defending very well. He's putting his car in the right position. He's right in the center of the track, causing Bagpuss to stay behind there. He's doing a good job.
There is. Bagpuss is right there, so if Pitch Black makes the slightest mistake right now, you know how that's gonna go.
Yeah, he's gonna jump. So they've got through turn 8. He's managed to pull away 3 tenths because it's so tricky to follow all the way through 5 to 8. Here they come around the final corner now. I don't think Bagpuss is close enough to make an attack. Not yet, anyway.
Bagpuss has better tire wear and also more fuel than Pitch Black. Bagpuss also has more experience. See, Pitch Black just like, ooh.
I'm gonna jump back down to them. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's getting back on track.
Right.
I think he just lost
and Mary's took him as well now.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm going to watch the replay of that because I missed it, but let's see what happened. So they were coming up to the to the first corner, I'm sorry. They go into turn 1, Bagpuss about half a second behind. Oh, he brakes too late and he goes wide. He just spins across the track. So I'm sure his right wheels are moving a lot quicker than his left that was on the gravel, and yeah, that caused his car to over rotate and spun him. Unfortunate there, Pitch Black, but you can get it back. There's still a point that you can get for the golden arrows, which they crucially need. So make sure you get back up to racing and do those overtakes again. So we've got someone coming. Oh, they're in the pits. Someone's in the pits right now. Who's that? It's Leaker. Why is Leaker's pitted? Yeah. He only had an eighth of the tank of fuel, but he had hardly any tire wear.
Yeah, his left rear tire was worn, but interesting for him to pit almost at the middle of the race.
Yeah.
So this is his second pit stop officially.
Yeah. So it could be a 4-stopper for him because he's 2 laps below. Or 3 laps below halfway. So he's going to be on a 4-stopper at this rate. And he's only put in just over half a tank of fuel too.
So what position do you think that may leave him in towards the end of the race? Do you think he could battle for a top 5 or even a podium position?
No, I think he's going to be battling between 5th and 6th. I think he's going to get 5th at best now unless someone ahead makes a mistake.
I kind of put him off the pace doing that stop right there, I think.
Jan and Fifi in the stream right now are both saying that the 4-stop is actually faster.
Interesting. Let's see, 4-stop is fast. Fifi, explain how. Maybe.
So you can see that Leaker's underfueled his car quite massively. It must be all down to tyre degradation. These super softs must just be wearing out far too quickly. In terms of how much fuel they're getting on track. That's why Leaker's underfueled, and that's why he's going to come in about 7 laps time again. It must be.
Oh, yeah.
Havoc's telling Fifi not to tell secrets. Okay, interesting.
Well, I think we all have it figured out there, Mr. Havoc.
Fifi saying he can't get the sauce to the end. Yeah, it must be a tyre thing. So Leek has actually closed up on Scotty now. He's just 3/10 behind on those fresher tyres. I think he's about to do an overtake on him as well, because he's looking a bit impatient behind, taking a different line into the corners, maybe to get quicker on the throttle on the exit. But he wants to get past him so he can have an attempt at getting his teammate back. 1 and 2 are still in the same position, so Broomer's actually pulled away a little bit over the last 6 laps from his teammate Shane, who's in 2nd place right now. There's a second separating them, and that's too big a gap to have any type of overtake opportunity around here. But I am going to jump back to Leeka. Where has he got? Oh, Leeka's down in 7th. Yeah, he's down in 7th behind Scotty. They're just going through turn 6 right now. Downhill slightly as they're approaching turn 7. Uphill again as they go through 7. This track is like a roller coaster. It's amazing. Now here they come through 8th. Slightly downhill. On camber turn there to help you rotate. And he's a bit far behind. He's 8/10 behind now. Everyone seems to be losing time behind the person they're trying to overtake. From 5 all the way to 8. So it's not a great place to overtake. Now, I'm going to jump down to 11th place, Pitch Black. He's on his own right now, so I'll jump up to Super Bounty, who's behind Mary and Bagpuss. He's only 1.7 seconds behind Mary right now, so he's not doing too bad a job. Fifi, where do you think his team is going? Where do you think Super Bounty is going to finish this race? It would be good to know. As he comes into the pits. So, let's see how much fuel he's going to put in. He had about, I don't know, 1/10 of fuel left, 1/10 of the tank. He's refueling now.
I like how Fifi was correcting Santi on the name of his team from Pink Team to BWT Racing Point Porsche CTK Team asterisk. Yeah. Let him know, Fifi. Put some respect on it.
Bounty has come out in 11th. Fifi reckons he's going to hope for 7th, so that would give him 6 points, I believe. That'll be a handful, that'll be a good amount of points for BWT today. It's a shame that Markov couldn't start, because I'm sure he could have brought some points back for your team. And we've got the top 3 in the pits as well. We've got Atomic, Shane, and Iceman Kenny all in the pits. Now, where's Broomer? Oh, Broomer comes out in 2nd. Yeah, that's how it should be. And Shane's jumped him. So, Shane has pitted as well. Oh, look at that! He jumped him in the pits because Broomer put in a quarter tank extra of fuel. Sneaky.
You said Shane is in the pits? Shane is not in the pits.
No, they were both in the pits, and Broomer was leading, but then Shane jumped him in the pits.
Okay.
Interesting. So let me jump to Atomic and see where he is, because he's kind of having a bit of a lonely race right now. He's 4 seconds behind the battle for 1st place. And he's 8 seconds ahead of Iceman Kimmy in 4th place. Now, Leeka and Scotty is still battling. Leeka did get Scotty, but now Scotty's fighting back. They've just gone through... Where are they? They've just gone through turn 4 right now, going through the up and down into 5. Leeka's a bit... He's not going to make an overtake on Iceman Kimmy anytime soon, but if he makes a mistake, Scotty could get him, and he needs to be careful there.
Fast lap update Atomic with a 122.3.
And wow, and that must have been on those fresh tyres that he put on too.
That was on lap 11.
Oh, 11. Oh, that was quite a while ago then. So that would have been on... Oh yeah, that still would have been on fresh super stuff. So I think he pitted around lap 9, I think. So yeah, he should be... I mean, I imagine Shane or Broomer are going to take it, because they're still pulling away from him and they're just managing tyres, I think, at the moment. So instead I'm going to jump to those two, actually, because the gap is just somewhere either from 9/10 all the way up to 1.1 seconds. It's not getting outside that range, and it's because both of these drivers have such similar pace that they're just trading lap times every time they go round. For example, so Shane's lap 17 was a 126, his lap 15 was a 123, his lap 14 was a 123, and if we jump to Broomer, his 17 was 125, but 15, 14, and 13 were all 123s, so they're just trading lap times here. They're so similarly paced.
See that, yeah. Okay.
Fantastic. So we have passed the halfway point, 2 laps over, in fact, and it's a bit spread out right now. So I'm going to assume Shane or Broomer is going to take the win here. But Atomic is going to finish third unless he makes a mistake, and that's going to be a good handful of points. 15 points there, 16 if he can get the fastest lap, and that's going to make sure that Default don't run away too much in the team standings. This is the halfway point of the season once this race is complete too, so it'll be a good time to evaluate, see if teams want to shuffle around a bit, see if there needs to be new team captains in some teams. I won't say which, but yeah.
Things are going to get interesting.
Very, very interesting. There's also a bit of a rumour going on at BWT as well. So Fifi has been saying that he wants to sack Super Bounty because Super Bounty's not going to be able to race on Sundays anymore. So he said he was going to give him one last chance, but then he's gone. So this is going to be Super Bounty's last race because of the tyrant that is Fifi. And apparently, Carter from Formula 1 Division 1 has signed up as a reserve for GTS. Now, we know he's quick. We know he is very quick in Formula 1. We've not seen his pace in GTS yet, but he could go into the BWT at Fifi's team, and that could help BWT fight back in the team standings. That could be interesting.
Racing Point Young Guns is what I'll call them if that's what that's.
Yeah, you're right. I think Markov's just going to be the oldest in that team right now, but he doesn't ever seem to be able to pull away properly from the race. Atomic has actually closed the gap between the top 2 right now as well. He's managed to bring that down to 3.5 seconds. Yeah. Good job, Atomic. Chase them down, my friend. Chase them down.
Yeah, man.
And look how...
show for the end of the race.
Yeah, he was. Give us a show. And if you look how far Leaker's back now, he is... Let's see, Atomic is 4 seconds off the lead. Leaker is 18, so Atomic's pulled away 14 seconds from his teammate there, when these two were battling side by side for the first 3 or 4 laps.
Okay. So, Quick Blank is in P10, Super Bounty is in P11. Not much is going on right now. I guess we'll see if Bruma can close the gap between him and Shane. I'm not sure if they're even going to want to battle each other at this point of the race, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't think so either. So once again, Leaker pitted on lap 14, I think it was, and now he's only got less than an eighth of the tank of fuel. So this could be his final lap on the tyres, and that will be his 3rd stop. So if he comes in now, he's then going to have to do another stop at around lap 27 to get to the end of the race, because he's constantly been putting on super soft tyres. So he's just coming through 8 now. We'll know in about 10 seconds if he's coming into the pits. So let's ride on board with him and see if he's going to do it. He's definitely not got enough fuel to make another lap, so he should dive into the pits. Yeah, he's in. Right, so let's keep an eye on how much fuel he's putting in now. Is he going to just do a 3-stop, or is he going to go all the way to the end? We'll have to see what tyres he puts on. And he starts the refuel now.
He ran that fuel to the end. He almost has nothing in that fuel tank.
Let's see. Oh, he's stationary for a while. Is he going to the end?
I think he's gonna fold that. If I was like, I wouldn't try no 4-stop.
He's done it. He's put in a full tank.
Right.
Okay, Jan, Fifi, in the stream, is that enough? Is a full tank of fuel enough to get to the end of the race? We need to know. He's got 11 laps.
11 laps remaining. So, can a full tank of fuel last 11 laps?
If he is, he's been saying all week that it's going to be a 4-stop. He's going to be playing mind games with Atomic right now. If he comes out ahead of Atomic with Atomic on a 2-stopper, Atomic is not going to be happy. The only thing that I'd say is that Leaker is going to have twice as much fuel than these other guys when they pit. And that is going to slow him down a fair bit. Yeah, both Fifi and Jan are saying it is.
Done the wrong. Jan says he's done the wrong.
Jan's saying he's done the wrong. Oh, we're going to have to wait and see then. So,
explain, Jan. Explain. Give us those. Spill the beans. Spill the beans.
Oh, look what he's done. He's put super soft tyres on. He's put the wrong tyres on.
What was he supposed to put on?
Softs. The super softs will not last 12 laps.
Oh,
I think that's what Jan's talking about.
Oh shoot! But he's ruined it again. Jan, he's lost too much time, so he's trying to make up for it. Tires might not last as long on SS says Platypus. Fifi says SS max 8 laps. Ooh,
there you go.
So he's gonna be short. What's that? 3 laps potentially.
Yep. He's trying to gamble because what else could Leaker have done? He's not going to lose out on a position because of this less stop. Sorry, I can't speak. From this one less stop, he's not going to lose a position. I think he was just gambling to see if anything could happen.
Wow.
But yeah, I think he's just secured his 7th place.
I really love this 32 lap race.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
You know, it forces different styles. Cause I'm not used to seeing more than a 2-stopper in a race, unless it's, you know,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Race. Oh.
So I'm going to jump back up to the lead right now. Shane has pulled away. He's gained 8 tenths over the last 6 laps now. So he is pulling away. 2 seconds now. He's got a gap. Atomic's dropped back a bit as well. He was 3.4, he's now 5.6, so that's 2.2 seconds. He has lost from Bruma as well. But if you look at Atomic right now, he's actually getting challenged by Iceman Kimmy.
Is he?
Is that? No, it's a back marker. I beg your pardon. It's pitch black.
Yeah, he has a 3/10 time penalty though.
Oh yeah, he does.
Scott is in the pits.
Apologies for that. Fifi saying if he put on softs it would have been better. There we go.
Yeah, I think I understand now.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense.
Man, that's weird. So guys, where do you think Leaker's going to finish? He's in 6th right now, bearing in mind Scotty's just pitted, but where do you think he's going to finish? And who do you think's going to take 3rd? Do you think Atomic has secured this with this 10-second gap that he's got on Iceman Kimmy right now? I don't know. Oh, VR's saying 6. He thinks Leaker's going to finish in 6th place. This is... Oh, Atomic comes into the pits. He slides into the pit lane, actually, and he's in. Right, so let's see how much... Let's see if he's going for this extra start. So, he's starting the refuel now. Started at 28 seconds. Is he doing it as well? He's stationary. He's away. He's away. He's got super softs on. He's not going to the end.
3/4, yeah. He also has 3/4 of a full tank.
Oh, actually, he's got to do eight laps. I think he will be able to get to the end, will he not?
With 3/4 of a tank?
Yeah. Guys in the stream, will 3/4 a tank get you to the end now? 8 laps?
I don't see why not, but I think it's kind of short. I would prefer to be on a full tank. I would have preferred. Yeah, I don't know. Most likely, yeah. I don't think it's impossible. I don't think he gave himself a disadvantage. Yeah, I don't think he gave himself a disadvantage.
Yeah, both Fifi and Jan are saying that it's going to get him to the end, so that's it. That's his 3 stops done.
Laps. So yeah, that should be safe. All right.
There we go. So looks like Atomic's going to get that 3rd place then, because if we look at Iceman Kimmy right now, he's coming in this lap. You can see that because he's got a 10th of a lap of fuel. He's not going to be able to make it round again, so he's going to come into the pits. Let's see where he's going to come out. So he's definitely going to come out behind Atomic. Will he come out behind? No, he won't come out behind Castle. He's in the pits. Let's see what tyres he puts on. It's going to be the super softs, and he's going to have about just over a half a tank of fuel, maybe 5/8. Refueling has begun. Very beautiful livery there from Tag Her Phoenix Race Lab. Good job, Jan. Yeah, and Jan's again saying that a full tank is going to cost you too much time. So he's come out in 4th. He's come out ahead of Castle. Castle's going to hopefully finish in 5th. Oh, Leaker's just overtaken Castle. What's going on here? Is Castle in the... Castle's in the pits. He's in the pits, that's why. So, Leaker is now on...
Gets 2 positions.
Yeah, but the thing is, his tyre's going to last. That's what we need to keep an eye on. He is doing pretty good tyre management. You can see his tyres in the bottom left. He's got a bit more wear on the rear left, but that's really it. They're looking at about 8,
I
9%.
believe he's capable of making it work. He may feel a lot of slip, but if I know like he can conserve tires.
Yeah, he can. He is Hamilton when he comes to conserving tires. Right, so I'm going to just jump down. Sorry, let me just jump down because there's a bit of a... I'm trying to figure out who it is. I think it might have been a back marker, but... Oh no, it's ahead of Bagpuss. There we go. Castle and Scotty are racing right now, side by side going through turn 4. They're still side by side. Well, at least Scotty has a wheel up the inside of Castle. Castle's chosen the outside as they're going to get to 5 shortly as they go downhill and then back up into turn 5. Scotty's got the inside line. Castle's going to brake a little later. They've come into contact a little bit there, but they've kept it clean and they've left each other enough space. Very clever and very clean racing there. Now Castle's ahead as they go through 6 and downhill and then uphill into 7th. Go ahead.
I like that little yellow stripe on the rim of Castle's tire. I don't know if you see it in third person view, but it looks kind of cool. It makes the tire almost look like it's glowing.
Platypus, thanks for joining us. He's going to go start the race 2 lobby now. So yeah, thanks for joining, thanks for engaging with us and participating. And I'll see you in around 20 minutes for the next race. Good job. Scotty. Oh, Scotty spun! Oh no! He spun at turn 1. He managed to save it though. He was drifting through. Let's just watch a replay of that. We've not had many replays actually. Sorry about this, guys. But let's see. So he hits the gravel at turn 1 just as he begins to go over the crest, and he's now lost out on a bit of time. So that's going to help out Castle securing his 6th place there. Scotty's not going to pit. You can see he's got 3/4 of a tank of fuel. That's more than enough fuel to get him to the end. He's just gone through turn 4 now as well. Anyone else close on track? It does look like... Is that Shane? No, it's not Shane. Who is that there? It is Iceman and Leaker. So, Iceman's ahead of him. Leaker's 13 seconds behind. And Castle is 18 seconds behind. So, Castle's gained 2 seconds on Leaker already. He's only got 6 laps left to do this. That's not going to be enough. He needs to increase his time. But Leaker's tyres, the boy said that they would be dropping off. So, could Castle jump Leaker? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. 18 seconds, no, I don't know. 6 laps? I don't know.
I don't think he's going to be able to do it, unfortunately.
He would have to be like improving every single lap from now until last lap.
Yeah, he's going to need 3 seconds a lap, and that gap's only come down by 2/10 in the last 4 corners, so I don't think he's going to be able to do it. It is still coming down though. You can just see it. It's look 17.99, 17.97, 17.93. He's coming down, but I just don't think it's coming down fast enough. That's the problem.
Yeah. It's not. I don't think it. Yeah, you're right. He was getting like faster pace.
If he wants to do it, at the end of this lap, he needs to be 15 seconds. That's what he needs. Let's see if he can do it. So it's 17.5. Leak is just coming up to turn 9 now. If Castle can get the best sector 2 here, from 5 all the way through 8, he could do it. It's down to 17.3. It's not fast enough. It's not fast enough. He needs to gain another 2 seconds within this final sector. So as Leak crossed the line, it was 17.3. And as Castle is coming around now, let's jump to him and see. It's going up slightly. Not in the direction he needs, it's dropping down again. And no, he's only on 17.4, so he's not got the pace right now to overtake him at the end. Now there's only 5 laps left. So 5 laps over 17 seconds, that's 3 point. He needs 3.4 seconds a lap. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. Now, Bagpuss is going to be finishing 7th, so he's going to be getting 6 points for his team. So good job, Bagpuss. I've not seen much of your race, unfortunately, so sorry about that. I will ride on board with you and Mary for a while just to make sure we can get shots of that beautiful livery. But it looks like shit. Oh, Atomic has jumped Broomer. Was that in the pits? Maybe Broomer made a mistake. Let's just see if there's any replay of if they changed.
Bruma has
No.
a penalty, so he did make a mistake somewhere.
Right, so Atomic's going to get second. He's going to get 18 points for his team.
Atomic
And
also has a penalty as well, so
how much
I
penalty?
almost feel like 3/10. I think they both collided with each other or something happened.
Shame that we missed that.
Bruma, yeah, they both haven't served it either.
Jan's saying that Castle's gaining a lot. Just wait. I will wait, Jan, but I just don't think he's doing it quick enough.
15 seconds behind. How much laps is left? 4 laps?
There's going to be 4 laps as he crosses the line. He needs to be at 12 right now. He's 3 seconds down.
Like 5 seconds a lap. He needs like 5 seconds a lap to challenge like that. And I don't think he's doing that.
15 seconds, 4 laps left. He's 2.8 a lap. He's not going to be able to do it.
No.
Saying that though, let me just see which car Leakers is on track. It can't be the one in front. No, it's not the one in front. They've got a back market in between them. He is gaining though. He is, but just not enough. But Jan, I will be patient. Don't you worry. We will see if Castle can do it. Just looking at Leaker's tyres, actually, they are looking a bit worn. Look at that rear left. That's almost halfway. That's about 40% right now.
Let me see that.
And with all these off-camber turns, uphill turns as well, and right-handers, it's going to get worse. It's going to get a lot worse.
Oh, man.
The gap's now 13. The thing is, Castle needs one more lap. He just needs an extra lap. He could have done it if he had an extra lap. Santi's asking if Castle's career's over. Believe me, his career is just beginning.
Why would you think that, Santi?
So it's Pitch Black, I think, who is separating Leaker and Castle right now.
Oh, he's back market in between them?
He is, yes. And there's an 8-second gap either side of Atomic as well. Atomic's 8 seconds behind Shane, and he's 8 seconds ahead of Bruma. So Atomic's done everything he needed to. I think a race win was slightly out of his reach today just because of the pace of Shane. But he's going to get second place. He's going to get 18 points for his team. Fastest lap is currently held by Shane, who's definitely he's definitely going to get 25 points. The gap now, let's just check the gap between Leaker again. It's 11 seconds. He's taken out 3 seconds in that lap. Okay. 11 seconds with 3 laps to go. He needs 3.3 seconds a lap. I can't do the math right now.
I was just noticing in the chat, Fifi had said, what place for Atomic? Oh no, it was Santi. Santi said Atomic for P3, and right now Atomic's in P2, so it looks like you're getting your wish there, Santi. Oh, Santi, sorry.
You should just stick with Pingu. He loves being called Pingu. Is Fifi's asking if Spinorama's career is over. I don't think so. Let's not forget, we're only at the halfway point in the season. We've got Havoc and Vilsec, great drivers, are racing in the second race, and I reckon both of them are going to pick up a hell of a lot of points for Spinorama. And it's the same points. So if they finish first and second, they're going to be getting 25 plus 18. They're going to be getting 33 points plus an extra one if they can get the fastest lap too. So their career is definitely not over. But look at this. Pitch Black, back marker in 10th, is gaining on Leaker right now because Leaker's tyres are falling off, and Castle's now 8 seconds. He's got 2 laps, and he's got 4 seconds a lap to do this. He's left it too late.
What do you make of this? Is Pitch Black doing the wrong thing?
No. If Pitch Black has the pace to overtake him, he should.
Okay.
Because if Leaker's travelling slow, Pitch Black shouldn't have to drive slow because he has better tyres. That shouldn't be the case. But he just needs to make sure he does have the pace to pull away. Because if he doesn't pull away, he's just going to have to move out of the way again immediately.
Exactly, yeah.
So if he has the pace, then by all means, Pitch Black, go for it. And it looks like he does. Look how much he's gained. He's right on the tail of Leaker right now. Oh no, Castle! He spun! Oh, it's over. Castle spun. Oh, Jan, you must be raging right now. Let's watch the replay of that. So he comes through turn 7. Oh, he gets scruffy and then hits the inside just before 8. Oh, Dylan, I'm gonna get another view on that. I just want to see it from his onboard. Let's have a look. Can you keep an eye on the pitch black? Oh, he had two wheels on the grass, and that was enough to throw his car around. We'll never know if he could have done it now. We'll never know. Unlucky, Castle.
Wow. So pitch black did get the pass on Leica.
Yep. Oh, he spun! Pitch black's just spun!
Oh my god.
And I've missed Shane crossing the line as well.
Oh
So Shane's won. Atomic's going to be next. Crossing the line. Well done, Atomic. 18 points for your team there. Very good job. Shane's got the fastest lap so far. We're going to watch Broom across the line, see if he can take that fastest lap from Shane. He's looking like a pretty good lap. He might be able to do it. He crosses the line, and he doesn't steal it. It's still with Shane. We're going to jump to Iceman Kimmy, who's next. He's going to cross the line in 4th place. And he's... Oh, no, I thought he got the fastest lap then, but he hasn't. So he's going to get 12 points for Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab. Next up is going to be Lika, as he's only actually going through turn 7 up to turn 8 now. So he was pretty far behind. Yeah, Santi, I think Castle's career is over. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But he was pushing as much as he could, but unfortunately he just exceeded the track limits a little bit too much, hit the grass, and that caused him to spin. But Lika's going to get a nice 10 points for his team as well. So well done, Lika. Next up is going to be Castle. He's the hero we needed, but not the hero we deserved. He's going to cross the line in 6th place and take 8 points for his team, Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab again. Congratulations, Castle. Very good job from you. And next up is going to be Bagpuss in 7th. He's going to take 4 points for his team, or 6 points for his team. Well done. Scotty in the Golden Arrows is going to be next. 4 points for his team, and that's everyone done. So, well done, guys. Very entertaining race.
That was very interesting.
Yeah. So, guys, yeah, GG to everyone. We're going to be starting the next race in 12 minutes' time. I'm going to stop the stream and load it up again. Make sure you tune in for that as well. Thanks everyone in the stream. And next race, VR, if you can tune in, I'm going to make a little bit of an announcement that I'm sure you'll want to hear. So make sure you tune in for that as well. Otherwise, see you in 10 minutes, guys.
All right, peace.